Don't wanna reminisce, cause I miss you, babe. And I don't wanna miss you back. Hey guys, it's your best boxing friends. I'm Kelsey, this is Rachel. Rachel, there's only one Tyson Fury. There's only one lineal heavyweight champion, as ESPN called him about 1,000 times. But Tyson Fury defeated Tom Schwarz by a second round knockout in an amazing performance against a hapless contender. But still, let's kind of talk about what we saw and what you thought. What did you think about Tyson Fury's performance? What does it mean, Rachel? What does it mean?
Well, yeah, he looked great, but I felt like, playing devil's advocate, somebody might say, like, why are you going to make a big deal about Tyson Fury when he fought, like, somebody most of us hadn't heard of before he had this fight made?
By most of us, I mean everyone. Nobody had heard of Tom Schwarz before.
Well, somebody had.
Some guy in Germany, maybe, who was like into the German boxing scene. But this guy had beaten no notable heavyweights.
Well, I'm just saying, Schwartz has family and people that support him.
Yeah, that's what. Right. So yeah, I thought that Fury looked really great, even like with the opponent who clearly wasn't on the same level. I thought he looked really great. I was thinking after the fight, is Tyson Fury going to be one of the best heavyweights ever? Like, I kind of see that in his future. Right. He's already done amazing things against Vladimir Klitschko and then again against Deontay Wilder, different situations, but equally like amazing performances. And he looks better right now than he's ever looked. Tell me why I'm wrong, Rachel. Tell me.
Well, what we discussed earlier today was that it doesn't matter that Tom Schwartz was his opponent, because what he displayed in the ring wasn't dependent on the opponent. Yeah. So the way he was able to move in the ring, the skill that he displayed exists regardless of like the opponent in front of him.
Yeah.
The only thing that might be a little bit different is that I think at one point in this very short fight, he like kind of walked towards Schwartz with this kind of like hands down bravado, and I would highly suggest you not do that with Deontay Wilder.
Well, he did do that against Deontay Wilder and didn't get hit when he did that. He got hit twice. Maybe he got hit the first time. He got knocked out twice in the fight. But yeah, don't do that against Deontay Wilder. That's dumb. He's too fast and too strong. Tyson Fury's just really great for the sport right now, especially after Anthony Joshua got knocked out by Andy Ruiz. That immediately makes Fury and Wilder's second fight the most important fight in heavyweight division, maybe in a really, really long time. I don't really know who wins that fight. I would favor Fury, but again, Wilder's such a great athlete, and he hits so hard, and he's done such a good job of putting it all together to win defend his WBC belt 9 times.
Yeah.
That I don't know. I want to see that fight. But now, Rachel, I would like to lob a criticism.
Okay.
It's time to criticize ESPN. Okay, ESPN. I know that you have a heavy investment. I know it's $100 million investment because you keep shoving it down my throat during your programming. I don't really care about that. I get that is true. But what's also true is that ESPN, I don't see you running around talking about lineal boxing championships unless it suits your narrative, unless it's for personal gain. And I don't like that. I don't remember ESPN shoving lineal middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez down our throat because they didn't have any investment in the guy when he was fighting Gennady Golovkin. Also don't understand why you say bold-faced lies. Your people, the only person I can think of that I know for sure his name is Joe Tessitore, who I think he does a good job. But I'm saying it's not Joe Tessitore's fault. It's the people
like he's
behind
required
the scenes.
to read whatever is on the script.
You're talking about saying that Tyson Fury is almost everybody thinks he's the best heavyweight in the world. That's not true. Even your own ESPN.com divisional rankings have Deontay Wilder listed number 1. And so what you do, ESPN, is you don't use your own rankings when you're talking about your narrative. You pull Ring Magazine rankings, And just, we talked about before how about what we consider the 3 main bodies, Ring Magazine, ESPN, and the Transnational Boxing Rankings Board, all have different heavyweights listed up top. So that right there shows you that not everybody thinks one guy is the one. Even if I personally agree with you. That's simply not true. I don't like it, ESPN. I think that like it's so over the top. So what you're doing isn't broadcast journalism, it's content marketing. And I don't understand. I don't think it's necessary. Tyson Fury is such a great heavyweight. He's such a great personality. He's done so much in his career that I don't need you to lie to me. And consumers, people out there in the world, don't need you to lie to them about situations or boxing stuff. You don't have to be a problem in the boxing political landscape, you can just report the news. You can just report what's true, what's closest to the truth, and you don't. I think actually hurts you, hurts the sport, and hurts Kelsey McCarson because I have to spend time. Kelsey and Rachel have to talk about it on their show. It's stupid. Stop doing it. Just report what's the truth is, or what you really think the truth is. But nobody over there. That's not. You can't like these things are too much.
Here's what it is. It's off-putting. So when you get all this promo about the lineal champion out of nowhere, and I mean they did this long thing where they listed all these lineal champions.
It's clearly promotional.
And I remember looking at it and like as a boxing fan, like I was like, where is this like coming from? So it comes off as disingenuous. And yeah, like it's just marketing, and nobody likes to feel that way. Nobody likes to feel like they're being manipulated, feel like they're having the wool pulled over their eyes. And you don't need to do that with Tyson Fury.
No.
There's like so much just like promotional material just sitting there for you.
He's a one-man promotional team that
why you had to go
interest.
And do this, like, yeah, and I agree.
He's so excellent as a fighter. I love Tyson Fury. I personally think he's the best heavyweight. I am a supporter.
Well, you could have spent like your time discussing like how Tyson Fury is in his prime right now and is still improving. Like I feel like we have two boxers right now. We have Tyson Fury and we have Canelo Alvarez who are really, really good. They're in their prime and they're still improving.
Yeah.
You could have talked about Fury and how he looks better now than when he defeated Klitschko.
Yes.
You could have went over the highlights to the Wilder fight. You could have, I mean, like you could have just done so much. You could have talked about how the way that he fights, the skill that he has in the ring, and how it's different from Wilder, how it's definitely different from Joshua, who we saw like get like, you know,
he got knocked out by
like I mean there was just like so much, and you didn't even have to talk about like the layoff and the comeback from recovery. Like I'm not even talking about that stuff, which is easy like fodder for promotional stuff, you know?
So it's disappointing because I feel like watching your programming, you've got all these good boxing knowledgeable people that you've hired and you put on TV, but then it seems like you're just giving them a bunch of content marketing garbage to talk about. And even like the lineal, I'm a supporter of lineal championships. I think it's a good thing. It's an important thing to know. But you kind of have to be honest about what it is and what it isn't. And I mean, for example, if Tyson Fury had one of the alphabet belts that suddenly you don't care about, next week don't care about it when you have a fight with him. But I'm saying he probably wouldn't have been able to fight Tom Schwarz. They also compared Tom Schwarz to Dominique Breazeale. Dominique Breazeale, who had challenged for a world title, who had defeated notable heavyweight contenders, who only had one loss, who had done everything that he was supposed to do to get the mandatory title shot against Tom Schwarz is just some guy that they picked out of a hat to make Tyson Fury look good because they just gave him $100 million. That's the truth. And you like by conflating the truth, you're ruining your product. At least for the McCarsons, because I feel like to have an honest, like open, good discussion, and we love boxing, and we love Tyson Fury, and we love his story, but like we have to spend our time talking about this now instead of watching Tyson Fury. I thought Tyson Fury looked great, even against that opponent, but the next 2 days later, when I'm thinking about the fight, I'm thinking about, gosh, man, I wish ESPN had really done a better job in promoting the fight. You know, they fired or they reassigned Teddy Atlas. People don't like Teddy Atlas. Sometimes he's hot and cold with people. But Teddy Atlas always said what he thought. That's exactly why they got rid of him, because he just gave his opinion and people didn't like it. Bring back Teddy Atlas. Bring back somebody who will at least be a voice of a contrarian voice, a voice of reason. Yeah. You could even say like, hey, Max Kellerman, let her rip. You know, instead he's in kind of a role where he's leading a discussion, you know what I mean? Like
he's like Brian Custer.
Yeah, and I
manages all the other transitions.
Max will hit you with the truth. Let somebody loose over there. You got great boxing minds over there, really great, excellent people, great writers, great broadcasters, great journalists. Let them do some journalism work instead of just this nonsense content marketing.
So there you go.
You know what's not content marketing? Real Talk with Kelsey and Rachel. Do you know why it's not content marketing? Because we don't get paid a dime for this, y'all. There ain't nobody. That's why, like, I see all these people on Twitter, like that are they write for the PBC or they write for Big Mac or whatever. They write for people that have promotional ties. We don't do that. I don't get paid by any of these people. So I'm always going to tell you exactly what I think, right? Rachel will too. We are independent voice of boxing reason. That's who we are. These are our true opinions, and nobody's going to ever tell us what to say or do. And if they do, we'll be sure to let you know. Did I say like, comment, and subscribe?
I think so.
Do it.
Wow, he's singing the wrong words.
I don't know the words. I only know that Tyson Fury sang it, and he didn't really sing it bad.